Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Double Exposure, and this is a new drama from writer-director Howard Goldberg that focuses on the story of Peter, who is a photographer in a marriage with his wife Laura, and winds up getting in a situation where he has to process through his past and the guilt that he has for the death of his first love, his first girlfriend, played by Kaylee Cohen, Sarah, who is this young and vivacious model. And this film starts off in some interesting ways playing around with what's reality and a bit of, you're not quite sure, there's an air of mystery about it. Unfortunately, as this film goes on, it completely unravels into such a messy display of trying to get the audience, and twists and turns of what's reality, what's fantasy, what's dream, and it starts really getting lost in the shuffle in this messy dream-like presentation of this man's internal struggle. And it gets so messy and unclear, you're never quite sure what your bearings are in terms of what's real, what's him processing, where are we at, and it makes it hard for you to latch on and really feel the stakes of what's going on. And it finally, by the end, really puts everything into perspective on a big scale, but in the moment-to-moments of the film, it's still completely unknowable and messy and convoluted. It's really hard to connect with these characters too, because all of these characters are so inconsistent from scene to scene. You're never quite sure where they're coming from. It's hard to get an understanding of their motivations, and a lot of their actions are so contradictory, which, yes, humans are messy and hypocritical and, act in ways that don't make sense. But it's hard to connect when you have zero idea what the hell's going on in this movie. And it's a little shaky in terms of its filmmaking. The music is extremely melodramatic. The visuals, especially as the film goes on, become a bit incomprehensible at times. And there's some performances here that are really shaky. Some of them, I think Kye-Yum Kim, who plays Laura the wife, I think she does a really fine job. But there's something about Cohen and Alexander Calvert, who plays Peter. Sometimes something's not clicking there. And there are some of the minor characters, you can tell these are not strong performances. And there's a couple moments that are supposed to be super serious, but between the music and the shaky performances, it's kind of funny, and it's not supposed to be funny. There's very few moments in this movie that are supposed to be funny. It's very melodramatic. It's very super serious. And once you get up to the ending of this film, this feels so jarring and unsatisfying to everything that you've put yourself through on this messy journey up to that point, that you just kind of feel like, why did I even go on this journey? What was the point of this? And there's no real payoff to everything that's led up to this point. It's trying to navigate and to explore the complications of relationships and emotions and grief and opening yourself up in a relationship. And it just does it in such a messy and incoherent way that it never really feels like it hits and gets the impact that it's going for. And in the end, this winds up just being quite a messy slog of a drama with a lot of elements that are pretty hard to process. But those are my thoughts on Double Exposure. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.